On the coldest night of the year, when the wind sounded like it was whispering secrets through the trees, a child appeared in the snow outside an old wooden cabin. No footprints, no sled tracks, no sign of anyone for miles. Just a small figure standing perfectly still in the moonlight, waiting. And by morning, everything in the village would change forever. Deep in the northern wilderness, where winters stretched long and white and silent, there lived an elderly couple named Mikhail and Anya. They had once dreamed of filling their small cabin with the laughter of children, but the years passed, the seasons changed, and their home remained quiet, especially in winter. Winter made the silence heavier. One December evening, as snow piled high against the windows and the fire crackled weakly in the hearth, Anya sat staring at the frost forming delicate patterns on the glass. "I sometimes think," she whispered softly, "if we had a child, this house would feel warmer." Mikhail gave a tired smile. "We have each other." But even he felt the weight of the quiet. The next morning, after a fierce snowstorm that howled all night, Mikhail opened the cabin door to shovel the path. He froze. Standing at the edge of the clearing was a small child, barefoot, wearing a thin white dress that shimmered like fresh frost. Her hair was silver blonde, almost glowing in the early light. Her skin was pale as snow, but her eyes were the colour of deep winter sky. She did not shiver. She did not move. She simply looked at him. Mikhail blinked, thinking the cold was playing tricks on him, but she was real. "Anya!" he called. When Anya stepped outside, her breath caught in her throat. The child tilted her head slightly, almost curious. "Where did you come from?" Anya asked softly. The girl said nothing. Not a word. There were no footprints behind her, only smooth, untouched snow. Anya approached slowly, her heart pounding, not with fear, but with something else. Something she hadn't felt in years. Hope. The girl lifted her hand. It was cold, colder than the winter air. But Anya didn't pull away. "We'll take care of you," Anya whispered. And just like that, the snow child stepped into their lives. They named her Snejana, which meant little snow. At first, she barely spoke. She would sit by the window for hours, watching snowflakes fall with a quiet smile. Strangely, wherever she walked, frost formed delicate patterns beneath her feet. Still, the couple didn't question it. They had what they had longed for. A daughter. One afternoon, a neighbour named Ivan stopped by. When Snejana opened the door, Ivan stepped back sharply. "Who is this?" he asked, uneasy. "Our daughter," Mikhail replied proudly. Ivan frowned. "Children don't appear from nowhere, especially not in storms." As he spoke, his breath turned visible inside the cabin, though the fire was burning brightly. Snejana watched him quietly. Ivan left quickly that day, and from then on, whispers began in the village. They said the couple had taken in something unnatural, something born of winter itself. But Mikhail and Anya ignored the talk, because every night Snejana would sit between them and listen to stories, and sometimes, just sometimes, she would smile in a way that made their hearts ache with love. As weeks passed, winter grew stronger, colder than it had been in decades. Rivers froze solid, livestock fell ill, the villagers grew fearful. They came to Mikhail's cabin one evening, lanterns in hand. "This winter isn't normal," Ivan said firmly. "It started the night she arrived." "That's nonsense," Anya snapped. "She's just a child." But even as she spoke, frost began creeping across the wooden walls. Snejana's eyes softened. "I was born from longing," she said gently, "from your wish on the coldest night." Anya remembered that storm, that desperate whisper to the dark sky. "I came because you called," Snejana continued. "But where I stay, winter stays." The villagers murmured nervously. "If I remain," she said, "the frost will not leave." Mikhail stepped forward. "Then we will bear it." But Snejana looked at him with deep sadness. "You deserve spring." That night the wind howled again, stronger than ever before. Snezhana stood outside the cabin beneath the moonlight. Anya clutched her hand. "You don't have to go." Snezhana smiled, a fragile, shimmering smile. "If I stay, your world freezes. If I leave, it blooms." Mikhail's voice broke. "Will we see you again?" "When winter is gentle," she said softly, "you will feel me in the snow." And as dawn approached, Snezhana stepped backward into the swirling snowstorm. Her figure grew fainter, lighter, until she dissolved into thousands of glittering snowflakes carried into the sky. The storm stopped instantly. The air softened. For the first time in months, the sun broke through the clouds. Days later, the snow began to melt. Streams flowed again, birds returned, and in front of the cabin where Snezhana once stood, the first flower of spring pushed through the earth. Anya knelt beside it, tears falling onto its petals. "She kept her promise," she whispered. Mikhail wrapped an arm around her. The house was quiet again. But it was no longer empty, because love had lived there, and love leaves warmth behind. Sometimes the things we wish for come to us in beautiful and unexpected forms. But not everything meant to bless our lives is meant to stay forever. And the greatest love is not holding on. It's knowing when to let go so spring can return.